Good evening. It's Monday, February 9th, 2015. Welcome to your Weld County School District 6 School Board meeting. This meeting will now come to order. Will you join me in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Ms. Richards.
Mr. DeWitt,
Present.
Mr. Hafley,
Present.
Mr. Hall,
Present.
Mr. Lydiak,
Present.
Dr. Richard,
Present.
Mr. Richardson,
Present.
Mrs. Solis.
Present.
7 members present.
Thank you. The next item is the Board of Education President announcements, and I can't be more enthusiastic at this moment except to say how powerful and supportive the district has been with response to the effort to find a set of candidates for selection of our new superintendent. I believe tonight we shall be able to get an action on that. We also certainly want to thank the individuals in the community who have made themselves available for a full day of doing interviews, and we will certainly introduce those individuals tonight as well. The next item is the hearing of persons desiring to speak before the board. And I understand that we have one gentleman willing to come and speak to us. We normally put a hook on you after about 3 minutes, but we're delighted to have you here for your senior project for raising money for the Rodarte Center, and that's Braden Pife. Will you please join us up at the podium, please? And you're a Greeley resident?
I'm sorry?
You're a Greeley resident?
I am.
Thank you.
With me tonight I have Mr. Tim Galindo. He's my baseball coach and mentor for my senior project.
Yes.
I was just informed about the 3-minute time limit as I got here, so as you know, my name is Braden. I'm speaking to you guys tonight about raising money for the Rodarte Center. Basically, at university we have senior projects as a requirement to graduate, and I chose to hold a baseball camp for less fortunate kids. As I was growing up, my family did not have a lot of money, and I know my mom worked her butt off every day trying to support me and let me do everything that all the kids with a lot of money could do. And she put me through 5 years of travel ball at $3,000 a year, and I'd like to give back to this community and allow my experience and some of my coaches and just what I've learned over the years to just teach kids what I know and what can help them, because I know with base right now there's a lot of injuries happening at a lower age because of curveballs being developed and stuff like that. So what I'm asking is for the board and District 6 to get the word out about my camp. It's $25 each to participate, and all the money proceeds will go to the Rodarte Center for sponsoring kids who cannot afford summer baseball through the GEYL, to allow them to play during the summer as well. So the camp is $25 each, and I'm asking board members, teachers, anybody from the community that is willing to sponsor kids just by maybe $25 donation that may not have that $25 to come and learn how to take care of their arm properly or develop mechanics that might help them later in life. It'll be held by me and a few other of our pitchers who have just recently been to the 3A state tournament this year, and we took 5th. So, yeah.
Brilliant. You're under 3 minutes. I'm impressed. Very well done.
I'm nervous of talking fast.
Well, you did fine, and you've given us that message. We normally just take what's shared with us in these moments, but we certainly do. How about a round of applause for this gentleman's effort? Thank you very much.
Can you make sure and give out the information if they do want to donate? Where do they go? Who do they call?
It's
who
on
do
the
they contact?
second page. You want to go ahead and say what's on the second page?
And for any community members that might be willing to, you can reach me at 970-518-0189 or bradenpife@yahoo.com. I'll leave something here to spell it because I doubt you can. Yeah. And anything that I can get from the board, I would like, maybe you guys can get the word out to the schools. I'm going to create a flyer for maybe to post up, but yeah, just to let teachers know what I'm doing and let kids know, because I want the entire school district, not just my school.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. You
Good job.
did a great
Thanks for
job
having
in
me, guys.
3 minutes. Thanks for coming this evening. The next item is a relative, I'm sorry.
I really appreciate, wait a second, we didn't get a chance to
Braden,
make
sorry,
comments.
we're breaking
So,
tradition
yeah,
here,
we're breaking
Braden, I'm just
tradition.
saying.
So, but this is a little bit different. You can just stay there. We appreciate it. And make sure that you get your information to President DeWitt so that he can get it to Ms. Myers so that we can get it out within the community. I think it's really important that we support this in every marketing opportunity that we have, be it our Facebook page, whatever it is. So make sure that you get to us and get the appropriate information so we can assist you.
And I have it, and I will do that.
Okay.
Mr. Hall.
Okay. Braden, thank you. Sherry, it's testament, that's your boy. Coach, you put that in him when you were teaching him. So, Braden, encourage your other team members to do what you're doing, okay? I take my hat off to you. I would encourage a really nice piece being written in the Tribune about what's happening over here with this guy.
That's probably not going to happen.
Well, that's okay. It's the one thing I've suggested that won't happen. So, no. But thank you very much, and good luck. Hope you do well. We'll help get it out any way we can.
And I would also like to thank you for your donation tonight.
I'm glad they broke the law. Thank you very much. Come back anytime, it's a lot of fun.
Thanks, you guys.
Bye-bye.
you.
Thank you very much. Thanks. Thanks, everybody. We have a very brief work session report because some of us were pretty busy during the executive session. We ran a little bit over time, I think would be a fair thing to say. Ms. Richards, do you mind giving us a little bit of that report for the work session?
The Board of Education held a brief work session with board members having time for open comments. That concluded the work session.
I think I suggested how brief that was going to be. Thank you very much. The next item is the approval of the agenda, and I'll take a motion to that effect at this time.
I move that the Board of Education of Weld County School District 6 approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any comments? Roll call, Ms. Richards, please.
Mr. DeWitt,
Aye.
Mr. Hafley,
Aye.
Mr. Hall,
Aye.
Mr. Lydiak,
Aye.
Dr. Richard,
Aye.
Mr. Richardson,
Aye.
Mrs. Solis,
Aye.
and the motion carries 7-0.
Thank you. The next item is the approval of the consent agenda. That motion is found on page 7. I'll need a motion to that effect at this time.
I move that the Board of Education of Weld County School District 6 approve items as presented on the consent agenda and authorize the officers to sign any and all contracts.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Comments? Roll call, Ms. Richards.
Mr. DeWitt,
Aye.
Mr. Hafley,
Aye.
Mr. Hall,
Aye.
Mr. Lydiak,
Aye.
Dr. Richard,
Aye.
Mr. Richardson,
Aye.
Mrs. Solis.
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0.
Thank you very much. Next item is the Pathways to Success Conference recognition. This is our secondary arts coordinator, Amanda Krieger, coming forward with some special guests. And this is an information item, public recognition.
Good evening, President DeWitt, Superintendent Eads, and members of the school board. Tonight, we recognize the University of Northern Colorado's partnership with District 6 in the Pathways to Success Conference. The Pathways to Success Conference, or P2S, is a partnership between Greeley Evans School District 6 and the University of Northern Colorado to provide sophomores and juniors with the opportunity to spend a morning on campus and learn firsthand about the college experience. Originally designed specifically for AVID students, the P2S has expanded to all of our high schools, including Greeley Central, Greeley West, Northridge, Jefferson, and Engage, and is geared towards sophomores and juniors and their parents, families, guardians, or anyone interested in helping them move forward in their educational career. Students who attend the P2S receive information about rigorous class options in high school, including concurrent enrollment options, information around college acceptance and financial aid, and a tour of the UNC campus. In addition, while juniors receive a full campus tour, sophomores have a choice to learn about Cumbres, Mexican American Studies, or Ames Community College. Students and their families also hear a motivational presentation from a former District 6 student who is now a successful college student, and they have a chance to ask questions from a panel of current college students about college campus and college life. The partnership with UNC began in 2011, and for the last 5 years, the conference has steadily grown larger as more District 6 students take advantage of the opportunity to spend time on campus. In 2013, 113 students and 29 guests attended the P2S. By 2014, the number grew to 152 students and 22 guests. This year, the 2015 P2S conference hosted 171 students and 33 guests for a total of 204 participants. District 6 is incredibly grateful to UNC for this continued partnership, which provides students and their families times to visit campus and learn more about how to make the college dream into a reality. So we have some representatives from UNC that we would like to thank, but before we do, I would like to say a thank you to those who are not able to attend tonight. And those folks are Dr. Katrina Rodriguez, who is the Assistant Vice President of Student Engagement and the Dean of Students, Tobias Guzman, who is the Assistant Vice President for Enrollment Management and Student Access, Christopher Beardeman, who is the Assistant Director of Admissions, Dr. Aldo Romero, who is the Director of the Cumbres Program, Penny Mascarenas, who is the Program Coordinator for the Cumbres Program, Cody Maynard, who is the Event Coordinator, Amy Rogers, who is the Assistant Director for the Office of Financial Aid, and Gina Duran, who is an Admissions Counselor. And now we'd like to present certificates to those who are present tonight. Dr. Priscilla Falcone, who is the Professor of Hispanic Studies. And Amanda Fong, who is an admissions counselor.
And I'm Diana Riley, and I asked if I could come up this evening too and just give a big kudo to Amanda. Amanda does this work silently behind the scenes, and it was very impressive to go that morning. You know, it was a Saturday morning, it was kind of hectic. Amanda said, just come about 7:30. So I show up, it was crowded. Crowded with students. It was the most beautiful thing. They were all dressed up in their ties, and the girls were, I mean, it was a very serious event. It just totally moved my heart because I go marching in, and it was like, wow. And the families that were there, it was phenomenal. And then to go in, and Mr. Eads was there, and he opened as a keynote, and he shared his story, which was very moving, and supported families in our community, and talked about how he went through college and what he had to go through to do that, and how he shared some of their journey along with them. And then Amanda got up there and she introduced it with her enthusiasm. And as we watched around and as you presented, I mean, there were families there as they walked past me. You know, they didn't speak English necessarily, but the tears that were coming down these parents' faces that were there with their kids that were college. UNC put on a beautiful spread for these families, and it was a very, very touching day. And then as we were leaving that morning and they were scurrying out, several family members stopped just to get pictures with their children in front of the UNC signs and around the campus. And several of them have said that they had never stepped foot on a college campus before. So to know that it's in our own backyard and these are our students, and I appreciate Amanda for everything she's done to make that happen for so many of our students. So anyway, thank you, Amanda.
And Dr. Falcone has also agreed to say a few words.
This is dangerous. You know, professors, they never stop talking. You better start, you better start the timer. Timing. Thank you for allowing the students from District 6 to come to UNC. We feel honored when you have confidence in the university to allow students to come and that we can share with these students our experiences, being on campus, seeing professors, going into the dorms, having that experience and sharing that not only with their parents who are there with them, but also with their peers. Because, you know, it takes all of you who are in the district, it takes parents, but also it's a way to reach the peers. Because peers are so influential in the lives of our children. And so if the students come there with their peers, they get excited. I saw the same things that were just described. Students were very excited about coming in. They were very professional about being at UNC, and they took it very serious. And there were a lot of fun moments in all of that, because learning is fun. I really believe learning has to be fun too. So it was wonderful to share that experience, and I have done this for a number of years, and I will continue to do this because we need to have this partnership. We need to share these experiences with each other for the betterment of our students, but also for the betterment of our community. It goes a long way to building bridges. So thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Please help me thank our representatives one more time.
Thanks so much, Amanda. I just have one other comment as a follow-up to this presentation. I was terribly concerned that Mr. Francisco was there saying, I have money for you. You can't turn this money down. You have to fill out this paperwork. And it was the first time that many people in a room started looking for their paperwork and trying to get it organized. So I was thrilled to see how successful that outreach has been, and I'm sure we just set the stage a little higher for you for next year, because it's going to be outstanding and certainly a laudable activity. So thanks an awful lot. The next item is a wonderful item. It's the Best Projects Progress Update, and Mr. Wayne Eads, our acting superintendent, interim superintendent, is on board.
Well, at the first meeting of each month, we give a little update on our best projects, so I'll just launch into that. As of the owners, architects, and contractors meeting on January 29th, the building was over 70% complete. Generally, the building's finishing from east to west and from first floor to second floor, so most of the drywall on the first floor is done. We're looking for a good location around the main entrance for a time capsule. So we're going to have the students create a time capsule to put in there. It's a secret so far, but we'll find a good spot. Hopefully, somebody will remember in 100 years. The stoplight's fully operational. In the coming weeks, finally, the west end of the building will start to come into completion with mechanical build-out in the kitchen and the main mechanical rooms. We're doing a lot of RFIs, requests for information from the builder, and a lot of responses with the architect's supplemental instructions. So there's a lot of fine decisions going back and forth right now. And of course, the owner has to approve all those things to proceed. So our team is really busy. Coordination with City of Evans and with CDE is proceeding normally. We have requested initial acceptance of the off-site improvements, which we expect any day now, and the Best Office did approve our last request for grant reserves, so we were able to recover some of those unanticipated costs for off-site improvements. Our furniture, fixture, and equipment design work is complete, and our budget is currently being verified so that we can be sure we're on target for that. And one more thing, and I'll move on to West. We do have a public tour set up for Sunday afternoon, February 22nd. That's from 1:30 to 3:30, so everybody has time to get home from church, have a little dinner, come out to Prairie Heights, and take a look at the school. We'll have a walking pass through the construction sites, marked off with safety tape, and we'll have guides at different points along the way to answer questions. The last time we did this with a new school on a Sunday afternoon, we had 200 or 300 folks come out to take a look. So if you're interested, go south on 65th Avenue, past 37th Street, and you can't miss it. It'll be the second building on the right, I should say.
Well, don't leave us in suspense about the Greeley West Best Project, please.
Okay, well, Greeley West Best Project, we had the big kickoff meeting on January 29th, representatives from all of our construction folks were there, Hudspeth for the abatement and Mark Young as the general contractor, as well as the principal, Shelley Robbins from West, to coordinate this very big but not too glamorous project. But it's important because we're going to get the asbestos out of West High School over the next 2 summers. At that meeting, we reviewed the preliminary schedule for the project to make sure we were all on the same page, identified staging areas for materials, where we were going to put the portable buildings. We're going to put a couple of portable classroom buildings so we can start some of the work before school's out. We felt this was the only way to keep the project on schedule for this summer. We also discussed the isolation of the mechanical and electrical systems. We think we can do that in a way that will enable the school to access the gym and the weight rooms all summer. And that's a big deal because you can't believe how much activity there is in a high school gym over the summer. So that helps us not dislocate all those activities. We'll be recoring about 400 doors in the building, and so it's a pretty exciting time, but everything's on schedule and we're ready to go. So.
Well, we certainly want to thank everyone involved in these processes. Our support staff particularly have been there every step of the way. We're grateful for that. And thank you too for your updates on these issues. Are there comments or questions?